Well, chat, it's over. I'm quitting content creation for the time being, and I really don't know how long it's going to be. It's not going to be permanent. Right now, my plans are moving out of town, and then considering how shit's going in the US, I'll be moving to another country. But until then, content will be very limited, and I will not be uploading videos as often. I haven't been uploading much here to begin with, but this may be my last video for a hot minute. However, short form content, specifically Instagram Reels, will still be uploaded. I do not upload to TikTok. I do not upload to YouTube Shorts. And the reason for that is because of my language. Will there be stream/video plans in the future? Hopefully there will be. In the future, whenever I do come back to content creation, I will have maybe a few Nintendo-themed videos. My stream plans are speedrunning certain bands from certain social media apps, 3D modeling and art, safer work on YouTube and Twitch, and SFW on OnlyFans. What will I be doing in the meantime? I will be focusing on myself and playing video games for the fun of it instead of playing them for content, which realistically, which is why I stopped recording videos for so long, is because I was focusing on playing on playing video games for content instead of playing them for the fun of it. And so while I'm taking a break, I'm going to be working on my Steam backlog and probably trying to 100% everything. As for why I'm quitting everything, I've been struggling with a borderline eating disorder for the longest, and since I've been moving, I've been enabling it by not eating adequately. I have not been drinking water adequately or sleeping adequately, and I only realized this when a friend of mine grabbed a bottle of water and pretty much told me to drink it in front of them, because I would consistently bring up my consumption of Monster Energy at the trans support group we're both in. And it didn't occur to me how bad my borderline eating disorder was until that moment, because it didn't even occur to me at that moment. It took me like a day or two to realize, oh shit, I have not been I have not been drinking water adequately, and I wonder why I can't fucking sleep. And the day prior, or the day that they gave me the water bottle, the only thing I had eaten and drinking were like 2 cans of Coke, a couple of bag of chips, and then a pack of peach drinks that they bought me. Other than that, I had not eaten in like the past 24 hours that day. And the day before, I had ordered $40 worth of Dunkin' Donuts. That's not the primary reason for me to stop creating videos, though. The primary reason is because I got absolutely fucked over by an ex-roommate. And I was like, oh, she's trans too. And because she's trans, she'll be different. But within the time frame of me possibly moving in with her, she abused her access to my city's police database and tried finding information on someone that she didn't like from our trans support group, and tried getting the information from me. I said, I don't know that information. I don't know their dead name. Even if I did, that would not be going to you. She also pulled information on her online friend who lives in another state. And the other reason why I'm not creating content at the moment is she has access to my dead name because I left stuff with my name on it with my dead name on it in her apartment. That's not even the worst that she did, though. The day that I was supposed to move in with her, she pulled suicide as an ultimatum, saying, oh, move in with me or I'm going to kill myself. And when I crashed out for 2.5 hours, she had the audacity to say, "Oh, just drop it." Bro, bitch, what the fuck do you mean drop it? You know how crazy that is to sound? I crashed out for 2.5 hours, and she, like I said, she had the audacity to say fucking drop it. I still had to move in with her just so that I could get my valuable stuff out of her apartment. And so I had dipped, I had pulled in all nighter. Because she worked night shift, so I pulled in all nighter because I don't drive. I pulled in all nighter because I don't drive. That way I could get to the bus stop at 6:45 a.m. and get my important stuff to my storage unit. When I had left at 6:45 a.m., she was out of town. She had come back, or I don't know what happened, but around 8:45 a.m. she was back at her apartment, and somebody that a provider I have dropped off my work uniform and gave it to her because she was like, "Oh, I'll give it to Sakura," because she's still acting like I was still with her. I wasn't. I was halfway across town in my storage unit putting shit up, and from the time, so at, like I said, 8 a.m. she had my work uniform. I tried getting there. I got there around 4 p.m. to her place to pick it up, and she's out of town. So when I ask her to when I tell her to give it to me, because she had just pulled into the parking lot, she had the audacity to say wait till 6 p.m. knowing good I had to leave out of there by 4 p.m. anyway, so I could get to the shelter I'm staying at now. And from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m., I had to sell my Nintendo DS, and I almost broke down in Walmart because they didn't have shoes in my size, and if they were in my size, they were out of my budget. Whenever I got to the shelter that night, whenever I got to the shelter that night, I had a dip for work, and I had to go to Walmart again. This was at around 10 a.m. or so. I had pulled yet another all-nighter, and at Walmart, I had to steal a pair of pants just so that I could get to work and get my hours in because I already fucked up with my manager. Realistically, I should have been fired a long ass time ago. And I wouldn't have had shoes for work if my mother didn't come in clutch with those, and I wouldn't have had the shirt had my coworkers not had an extra one. And this bitch that I'm talking about keeps calling my fucking number through. I can't block it because she keeps calling through a private number, and I had blocked her original number, but I had a factory reset my phone, so I can't figure out which number is hers to block it because, like I said, she's calling through she's doing a private call so that I can't block it or anything. So I have filed a protective order against her. This week, though, whenever she contacted me, she had the audacity to say, this is verbatim what she said. I will make sure that in a few years from now, whenever that you fuck. This is what she said verbatim. I will make sure that in a few years from now, or whenever, that you are one of my 13 reasons why I justifiably offed myself. Period. Like that. Block my number and fuck off forever, you inconsiderate fuckface. And she's once again said, block my number. Do not contact me again. You bastard. You left me emotionally hurt, and you falsely contacted the non-emergency number. The reason I had called the non-emergency number is because the morning that I was going for my storage, she once again threatened suicide. So I called the non-emergency number to her place. But because she's law enforcement, she was able to pull up those records or the call log or whatever. And like I said, it's a lot. That's pretty much the shit from the past 2 weeks. And then I as much as I want to cut her off, I fucking can't. And it fucking sucks because I know for a fact I'm too empathetic. I always play the fool with an open heart, and I don't know. I know I'm gonna get hurt. But I keep giving this bitch chances over and over and over again, and I don't know right now. Like, realistically, I should have cut her off back in April of this year because one of my friends that go to our support group, who's nonverbal autistic, got uncomfortable around her. And for whatever reason, I decided to stay by this bitch's side instead of focusing on that friend. And that friend has blocked me on every social media except for one account I have on Blue Sky. But I know for sure that friend and I didn't get off on bad terms. I'm probably going to visit her some point today to give her her gifts, her birthday gifts that I was supposed to give her a while back. That's, again, aside from the point. But, like I said, overall, I know I'm too empathetic. I know it's a bad thing. And I don't know. Because, like I said, I give people too many chances, no matter how badly they've wronged me. But yeah, that's it for now, I guess. Probably see y'all guys whenever, I guess.